What's the beef between blacks and African Americans? The black culture. What's the difference between blacks and African
Blacks
Americans?
and African Americans.
Africans,
Also known as blacks.
also known as blacks, come from different parts of the world. Speak foreign languages. African Americans, who are known as black as
We
well,
speak
are known
American
as
English
settlers of the United States and
and
speak
speak
American
American
English.
English.
Africans focus mainly
On
on
the color
skin
of
color.
skin, color of your skin.
African Americans, blacks, slave descendants brought to the U.S. Culture intertwined with America's
That's culture.
culture. Africans are from a different culture or have differences in religion. What's the beef between these two?
What's the beef
One
between these
argument
two?
identifies the misunderstanding of how these two identify themselves. One side, the Americans,
Americans.
argue that they should be called African
African
Americans.
Americans.
And the other side,
The
the
Africans.
Africans or Nigerians, disagree, and they think that blacks who live in America
America
should
should
be
be
called
called
Americans
Americans.
because they do not live in Africa and do not hold any current relationship
With
with
the
the African
African culture.
culture. What's your opinion? Identification of cultures. Many people feel that not enough
Enough
blacks
blacks
identify
identify themselves
themselves
as
as Americans,
Americans
and
and
not enough Africans
identify
identify themselves
themselves
as
as
African.
Africans.
You
You
look
look
like
like
an
an
African.
African.
Taking ownership of African roots. Many Africans find it offensive whenever an African American makes a statement that
An
an African
African.
looks like an African. Many Africans responded with the question of, how can I look like an African when I am an African? In my opinion, I would say that this is all just a mix of confused cultures joined together. The identification of culture must be recognized at all times. Therefore, having black skin alone does not justify a specific culture. This is, I believe, is causing much of the conflicts. Depending on where a person has originated from or their particular culture can differ to the point where that individual may speak another language, eat different foods, dress differently, or believe in a different religion, which makes the individual different from another culture. Also, lack of knowledge of culture can also be a disadvantage as well.